Why, hello human beings, how you doing today? Sendo Q here. Thank you for visiting my channel. As you can know, you can see a little stuff going on with my streaming and video making. I actually did a little bit more work and due diligence to give you a little bit more color, more viewership on this setup. Don't worry, it took me a moment because I was trying to do everything for free. Um, But hey, we got there. We try to do a little bit more flavor to it, try to give you a little bit more look at it, give you a little bit better chat, so on and so forth. Just doing a little bit grinding before I start doing a live stream on police cams and just wanted, if you know, you know. But that's neither here or there. Right now, we're going to go ahead and talk about JayTechTV and his crash out on the game. So this video is going to be a little bit long, as you know, not like a little bit long, but you know how I do my videos. And we're just going to talk about him talking about Lost Souls aside and why it's coming out day and date with PC, which I really don't care. But honestly, telling you the truth, I swear I think JTech think that he have a cult mind, to be honest, because all the stuff that he say is cultish. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the video and we're gonna go ahead and watch it. But thank you for visiting this channel. I really appreciate everybody looking at it. And for now on, I'm gonna try to do the best I can to give you better content, stuff like that. But my next stream, if you want to come by, we'll talk about a little bit more about what's going on and what's the deal with what I'm going to do. So with that being said, let's go ahead and watch this video together. So let's get into it. We're going to start right here at 2 hours 19 minutes and 40 seconds. So we're going to go ahead and watch it together. I hope y'all enjoy this video that we're going to critique, and I hope the volume is good. So let's go ahead and watch it.
Come on, man. People, we wonder, Jay, why you lose faith, man? Like, you're supposed to be a PlayStation leader and PlayStation fanboy. You're supposed to have faith, and you're just supposed to like follow this shit and just fanboy over this shit blindly. Why?
Okay, so let's go ahead and read this tweet or whatever it is. Lost Souls aside have been in development for over 10 years. Okay, that's fine. I don't know why people complain about games getting rushed. If you get games rushed, then games going to be buggy, unplayable. I'd rather have games be fully completed. You might be indifferent, but it's whatever. It only been as a sole project by developer Yang Bing in the late 2014. Okay, while the game has since grown into a full production under U0 Games, the Intel work dates back to this time. Okay, who cares?
Why?
Maybe
Again?
Dude, because you're a fanboy. You're a fanboy. You cape for PlayStation. Every time when PlayStation do something good, you get mad. Like games going day and date with PC or going to the PC, you get mad because you want us to buy a hardware that we probably just going to play one game and feel like it's a waste. So here's the thing, JTech. When games go on different platforms, you don't have to buy the hardware. If we got to buy a hardware for one game, guess what? We just wasted over $500 on the hardware. It's better for games to go to other platforms. I don't care if it's Xbox, Nintendo, PlayStation, or PC, or even the mobile phone in your pocket. It's good for the consumer because we don't have to waste money to give it to to a company that's just going to sell us hardware. Because check this out. If I had to spend over $500 on a PlayStation 5 to play Spider-Man, I feel like I wasted my money on something that could have been to my PC. But here's the thing. You don't believe that. You think that people need to go out there and buy certain hardware to experience that game or whatever. And that's not the case. You're still living in the past. These hardware run AMD hardware. So there's no difference between the Xbox and PlayStation. The only thing is Microsoft runs on a window process, and PlayStation run on a certain Linux process. So honestly, it doesn't matter. It's just the operating system. And honestly, the operating system is just software that even they could build for Windows or Linux.
And I want to tell y'all the biggest secret about this, and I know you guys are not going to fucking understand. This is a day and date PC release game.
And what's wrong with that? That's beautiful. It's day and date. Congratulations, developer. You're going to make more money without your customers buying a certain hardware because now you're reaching to more people. It's that simple. Just because JTech don't like that doesn't mean that everybody else have to like that. But JTech always going to be that fanboy who going to shame his audience.
PC is getting way more bells and whistles than we are.
Because we have the hardware to do that. Hate to say this, even though you don't have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on the PC, people that spend that much money is expecting to get better performance compared to a PlayStation. When people say the PlayStation is as comparable as a 3090, 4090, 5090, how come you're not paying $2,000 for that hardware? Because the hardware is not there. Even though you're paying $500 to $500 for a PlayStation 5 and $700 for the PlayStation 5 Pro, you're paying more money when it comes down to games and stuff by the company. Because I can tell you right now, if PlayStation put on another storefront, they'll lose a lot of customers.
And I know I never showed you this because I love you guys so much.
When I say cult mindset, this is what I'm talking about. What he does is he say words. He say, I love y'all so much. Is the key word for the cultist's mind. So he got the cult mentality. He could say he don't have a cult mentality, but we're going to go into it a little bit more when he talk more about it. You already saw videos out there of him crashing out because this is actually hilarious.
I love you guys. But you guys really need to understand what the fuck's going on with Lost Suicide. I don't think anybody in the PlayStation gaming community is about to show you what the fuck I'm about to show you. Lost Suicide, RTX, ray tracing.
You know how to know what's funny, JTech? And this is us being real with you. You got a PC. You got a PC for your channel or a laptop, PC, laptop, whatever. You sit there and you got your PlayStation connected to a capture card, or you might be doing this from a PlayStation with less. Do you realize that you have to go through a lot of ways in order to pull up videos on your PlayStation instead of using a keyboard and the mouse and typing it out? And you could have done that, but you're using voice chatting. This is ridiculous. This is more time than what you're doing, and this is sad. You are so much of a fanboy that you refuse to even use a PC to create content for your channel, but you're using a PlayStation while you're using Discord probably on a PC. It doesn't make sense at all, and it's sad that you're doing all of this. You could literally get a $300 computer to stream and all that stuff. Like me, I'm streaming from my PC. I play games from my PC. You see my overlay that I actually put time and effort of looking up and setting everything up. And yet you're doing all of this is ridiculous. Please learn how to use the PC correctly.
I'm about to show y'all. So, y'all already know about NVIDIA. Y'all know they're, they make microchips and shit for like PC and shit.
GPUs. Just call it GPUs. And microchips is a little bit too much. Say GPU, graphics cards, even graphics cards. You can even say 5090 or 5080, but you're saying microchip. AMD make microchips too. Intel make microchips. You know what's funny? PlayStation used to make microchips.
Let me show y'all that. You see that? 506 frames per second. DLSS4 ray tracing on. Yeah.
Okay.
Ever since last year, they've been marketing the game with all of the bells and whistles for Nvidia. This is not PlayStation doing this. This is the developer also aside allowed Nvidia to talk and brag about this game and how it's gonna run better on PlayStation PC. Sorry,
Because this is a thing that you even said yourself. You bought PlayStation to have the better experience. This is your words. So when people buy PCs to have a better experience than PlayStation, you get mad. Now you're telling me that you see that that the PC is getting a better version of the game than your PlayStation. This is what we've been telling you. You can't get mad. You want to get stuck at 4K 60 frames a second because I want to know something. When is the PlayStation going to give 8K 120 frames, just like the box said? But you don't have an 8K game, and most of the PlayStation first party game, remember, this is a game that made for the PlayStation. When are those games going to get to 120 frames a second? Not old games, new games. God of War Ragnarok, uh, Forspoken, Last of Us. When are those games going to get 8K or 120 frames a second? I thought the games was developed for the PlayStation. Where is it? Is PlayStation lying to us? Of course they are. It's a shame because this is what y'all been arguing about. Now you see the PC getting over 500 frames. And now do you feel that you pick up a PlayStation 5 Pro and you regret it now? Do you regret picking up a PlayStation 5 now?
so there's you want to know why it's been taking so long? Because this game is coming out day and date with PC.
Okay. Who cares? Only you will care. I really don't.
And the development team is already fucking small.
Yeah, they're a small development team. So what?
I don't support day and date. And I don't support day and date on single player games that Sony is publishing.
Well, guess what? Sony don't care about you. If they want games to go day and date, they want to do it. They don't care about you. You know, it's funny. I'm here and I say don't buy the Nintendo Switch 2 because it's a ripoff. And people bought it. Okay. I can't go out there and expect people not to buy it. But if you want change in the gaming industry, you have to go ahead and speak with your wallet. Unfortunately, it feels like you're going to boycott for the wrong reason. And I'm always going to say JTech always boycott for the wrong reason because this is awesome for gamers. He don't care about gamers because he's a fanboy, not a fan, a fanboy. He don't care about the gamers. He don't care about the consumers. He is anti-consumer. He want everybody to buy a PlayStation to play the games. Doesn't matter if you're into Microsoft. It doesn't matter if you're into Nintendo. It doesn't matter if you're into PC. He said, if you want to play this game, you have to buy the hardware. With that, then you're telling me, JTech, that if I bought Returnal for the PlayStation 5, you're telling me I had to spend close to $600 with tax for one game. You see how that is a waste of money? That's why I am full support with day and date going anywhere wherever the game could be optimized for that situation. All I care about is the game going to run smoothly, is it going to be optimized, and it's going to have as less bugs as possible.
And I know Sony doesn't
Did you
own the
smack?
IP, and I know Sony does not own the studio, but it is what it is. It's still a single player, day and date release, and I will not be a part of it.
Hey guys.
And this is what I mean by you always boycott the wrong thing. If you, this is a small developer, they need to make money. Let's take that one game. What's that one game that come to PC? It's with the girl, with the girl. That game only made close to $2 million on the PlayStation. Most people that play on PlayStations are casuals. They're playing Madden, they're playing 2K, they playing Call of Duty, they playing all these games that's multiplayers so they could play with their friends. The games like Final Fantasy 16, you have Returnal. Returnal didn't even, that's a better example. Returnal didn't even make 1 million copies on PlayStation. It did horrible on the PlayStation. When it came to the PC, it done a lot better. The thing about it is, this is a small developing studio. They need to make as much money as possible. If they just put it on PlayStation, just because if they only place it only on PlayStation, just because you're going to buy it, doesn't mean everybody else on the PlayStation platform is going to buy it. And you could try any way as possible to tell other people, but if the majority of people playing on PlayStation is Call of Duty players, Madden players, 2K players, Fortnite players, are they going to give this game a chance at $70, $80? No. It just makes sense to release it day and date, not only on PlayStation, but also on the PC, because it'll sell more. They don't care if it's on PlayStation. They'll want to sell some copies on PlayStation, of course. Don't get me wrong, but they'll reach a bigger audience if it was on PC. And day and date, meaning the hype is out there, people gonna buy it when it sells. That's the part you don't understand. Because if you look at Returnal, it did horribly on the PlayStation. You could say, oh, they made close to 1 million, they sell over close to 1 million copies. That's not enough. That's never going to be enough. That's why they put it on PC, so it could sell even more.
Guys.
Hey, what's going on, Brian? How you doing?
I'm doing good. Been busy.
Yeah, we
Bro,
all. Yeah.
I was about to tell you, man. I made me a PSN because my profile got corrupt. My profile got corrupted.
PlayStation, Ethernet, internet thing, sign in at its finest. Did you get it back? No. You could have called PlayStation for that.
Not my PSN. It's about like my Final Fantasy 14 account, and I was wondering.
Oh,
I was
Oh,
wondering.
well, that's not good.
Yeah, and I couldn't log in, and then they only let me in on PC, which is crazy. So, because I really like
Okay, that's another benefit of PC. I want to turn it down just a little bit. That's another benefit of PC, I guess.
the PS4 version better. The PS, the PS5. I was wondering, can you add me on this one? It's Brian H Media.
okay. You're asking me to add you on another PSN?
My new one that I'm gonna be using from now on.
This is a great example of me don't even want to go to the PlayStation platform. I had to make another account. I can't call. I can't do anything. I can't get the account back. So you're telling me to get a PlayStation 5, to get the game, and if I want to talk to people, my account could be corrupted. See, that's the thing that I think a lot of people are not seeing. I'll turn it down just a little bit. If my account get corrupted, then how am I supposed to trust Sony to get my account back. And that's one thing that I think is another negative.
Just send me a friend request whenever you get a chance. JTechTV 4K60.
All right.
Okay, JTech. JTech. I understand your username is JTechTV 4K60, but the console now say 8K 120. So why don't you just change your handle to 8K 120? Is it because you know the console can't go 120 frames a second or 8K? Because most of your games running at close to 60 frames a second. So I'm trying to figure out, when are you going to call Sony out for not doing 8K 120 frames a second? Because I've been asking, where's the 8K games? Where's 120 frames per second games? Because they advertised it. I mean, don't get me wrong. Can my graphics card do 8K? Yes, it could. Linus did a test on it, but it's not as stable as it is, so I don't think about doing it at all. And plus, I don't have no 8K monitors or no 8K TVs. It does make sense if you're going to go ahead and support your company, but yet you're not calling them out at 8K 120 frames a second.
All right. Thanks, brother.
No,
I haven't gotten about you, man. I just been so busy.
nah, it's all right.
Life's been.
So, so you made a new PSN account for Final Fantasy, or did your PSN get corrupted? Like, I'm confused.
It got corrupted.
The
with my
Final
phone.
Fantasy data or the
So here's the thing, because I never saw this at all, and you're talking about corruption. How is PlayStation so secure? You want us to make PlayStation accounts and it getting corrupted. So not only you got to have a PlayStation account to play games on PC with a PlayStation account, not only we have to take a picture if you're in the UK, but there's a chance for our account to be corrupted. Yeah, I'm just staying away from PlayStation. It doesn't make sense. Like, you could call to try to get your account back, but it seems like it's not going to happen.
PSN account.
The Final Fantasy data.
So it got corrupted on a PSN account. So you made another PSN account to log into the same account.
Mm-hmm.
So you can access your Final Fantasy 14 data on a new PSN account.
Yes,
Okay.
because I had tested that last night.
So why don't you just call PlayStation to get, you want to know what's funny? I starting to realize that you don't take advantage of the warranty of your PlayStation. So if something goes wrong with your PlayStation, I feel like you don't take advantage. You just go out there to buy another one because it's simpler. Instead of calling the company and say, hey, my PlayStation stopped working. Is there any way I could get a warranty to do it? I feel like the PlayStation fanboys don't want to go through the troublesome of going through customer service where they say, oh, I have another $700. I might as well buy another PlayStation or PlayStation Pro, or I have another $500. I could go ahead and buy a PlayStation 5, or my account been corrupted. Instead of calling customer service, I just make a new one. That's how I feel. I feel like y'all don't care about warranties. Y'all just use that for an argument, trying to defeat the purpose of why PlayStation is better than PC. Because that whole entire argument, I would have called PlayStation and say my account is not working. But it seems like, oh, I'll just make another one. It doesn't make sense. Where are y'all going to? This is why we look at you and say, that's stupid.
Okay. Whenever you get a chance, do some research. Whenever you get some free time, do some research today and ask a question on Google. Have anybody else had the problem of a corrupted Final Fantasy?
Just call PlayStation and tell them the situation. Okay. And here's another thing. Here's another thing. Here's another thing. You're I thought the PlayStation is supposed to be simple. Now you have to ask Google. Isn't that what a PC minded person is supposed to do? Is trying to. This is where I'm saying that it's not simple anymore. PlayStation, these consoles are not simple anymore. Because here's the thing. You're looking on Google and see it about this corrupt situation. Fine, whatever. That's whatever. I don't mind doing that myself. But now you see you're doing stuff like PC. There's no excuse of, oh, I don't want to fix my own PC. You are doing research to try to figure out how to get your account back. That's the same thing when if one of our parts go down, we have to do research and we got to fix it. So there's no excuse. Matter of fact, that's out the window. That's out the window. Oh, I don't want to do the research to know how to fix my computer. Homie, you're doing research trying to figure out how to get your account back from being corrupted. So you don't get that argument anymore.
14 account and how to solve it. Because me personally, I've had games corrupt on me. I've had games crash on me. I will not make another account to play said game.
So the game's not optimized. This whole entire argument is disproving that the console is a plug and play situation. It's more PC than it is console. You can't escape this whole entire argument now. You say you had corrupt games. You saying that, oh, PC had corrupt games and yet it works fine on the PlayStation. But yet you just said you had a corrupt game. Stop the lying. Stop the lying. If you tell me that you have a flawless entity on the PC, I'm going to go back to this video and guess what? You just said that the PlayStation had corrupt games. So you do have problems with your games. It is not, it's not optimized. You just said it just now. Oh, I had corrupt games. So it's not optimized. There's no more argument about that. You cannot get away with, I gotta look up stuff how to fix my PC. You just did that with PlayStation. That argument is gone now.
I will always go to Google and ask them if anyone else is having that problem. And then I work my way.
Oh, I want to do research for my PlayStation, but when it comes down to PC, I don't want to do it. That argument's lost now.
Down the list on how to resolve that problem, because again, I've either spent too much money on said game, or I've spent too much of my fucking time, my life force on that game. And
then why do you argue about $70 games? You just said you spend too much money on games. This is actually exposing the argument of $70 games is the new norm. If you say you spent too much money on the game, then the $70 game or the $80 games is definitely not justified. They increased the price point, and then now you're complaining, and now you're just saying, I spent too much money on a game. That's actually proving a point that games should not be $70. You just proven the point of games shouldn't be $70. I can't believe I'm watching it right here. And we haven't went to the crash out yet. Good thing I didn't skip.
And I am not going to try to make a whole new fucking PSN account and then I have to add other friends. So yeah, you can add me.
Blind.
So when you have problems with the PlayStation 5 and the PlayStation 5 Pro, you go ahead and do the research. You go ahead and you go out of your way to do research after research after research consistently. But then when people say try PC, you're like, I don't want to go through doing research and research and research. So you don't want to do the research for the PC, trying to figure out how to make it work. But then when it comes down to PlayStation, you'll go above and beyond to do the research. You go ahead and say, I spent too much money on games where PlayStation made their games $70. This is sound like big criticism down to the T. I'm sorry, JTech, but you cannot escape this argument now. If you say you don't want to deal with problems with the PC, I'm going to say, well, you dealt with it on the PlayStation. I don't want to spend that much money on the PC, but yet you spend much money on the games, and you clearly say you spent too much money on games. These are arguments that you can't escape now, JTech. You can't escape it.
But please, because this shit could happen all the time,
Right.
and your only way to solve it is, let me make a new PSN account. That's a little crazy, because then I'm gonna have multiple accounts from you for every problem. So it's best to try to look for a fix to the problem on your account,
The fix is to call Sony. I thought this was supposed to be, and this is where I think the argument go out the window of warranties. Because the thing about it is, if you bought the PlayStation, and this is where I think right to repair should be a thing. Instead of buying another piece of hardware, let's say the the HDMI broke off because it's weak on the PlayStation 5, and a lot of people go to like computer repair shops to get it fixed. They will just buy another PlayStation. They're like the people who buy laptops and the screen break, and instead of repairing it themselves, they'll buy a brand new laptop. It's the same argument. Oh, my laptop screen break. It's fine. I'll buy another one. Same thing with PlayStation. The USB port broke. Instead of calling PlayStation, instead of calling Sony and saying, "Hey, my USB types, my HDMI port broke. Is there any way you can fix it? It's still under warranty." Okay, that's fine. You'll go out and spend another $500 to $700 to buy a brand new piece of hardware. And this is why we say on the PC it's a lot easier to replace a part, because you'll go ahead and go out and buy another brand new piece of hardware, making e-waste. And this is the reason why I'm going to say PC is more superior in this situation, because you bought a PlayStation. If something goes down, you'll buy another PlayStation. Something will break down on that, you'll buy another PlayStation. You went and bought 3 PlayStation at $500 to $700 a piece, where we could spend what I'm going to say $1,000, and if something breaks in it, we don't have to spend another $1,000 to buy another PC. We just go ahead and replace the part or fix the part ourselves. And that's a whole entire argument now, because now you're saying you made another new account instead of calling Sony. Oh, you going online to do, how come you don't want to do that on PlayStation, on PC, but you'd rather do that on PlayStation? It's a double standard in my opinion.
main account, because that's tedious, man. Like, that's tedious. I'm pretty sure there's a workaround. I've had so many different crazy problems that I thought was only specific to my games or my console.
This argument destroys this argument. What he said destroyed the whole point of it's simpler on consoles. You had to jump through hoops, and you're saying it right now. You went through hoops because you had problems on your PlayStation. All that right there, the whole entire argument of console is easier is out the window. I don't want to hear it from you anymore.
And I've always checked Google to see if other gamers have those problems, and most likely they do. And there's going to be one of them that has a fix. Trust me.
Right.
So again, when you get some free time, definitely go check that.
So what's the difference of you doing that with the PlayStation compared to a PC person doing that with their hardware? What's the difference, JTech? What's the difference, Sony fanboys? What's the difference when it comes down to that? He actually destroyed your whole entire argument of consoles are a lot easier. He having problems with his PlayStation. He went through it. Y'all could have called, but y'all don't even use warranties because after that, after what their argument is, their conversation, just throw that out the window.
That out and do some research on your specific problem and see if anybody else has that same problem, and if there's a YouTube walkthrough on how to fix that problem.
I was about to say I just got through talking to Square Enix yesterday, and
It's not a Square Enix problem, like you said. It's a Sony problem. It's a Sony problem. You just said it's not a Square Enix problem. It's a Sony problem. Like, if you got that answer from Square Enix, your next bet is to call Sony. Like, I swear, I think these fanboys think they know hardware and know how to fix stuff, but even that simple thing, if you call Square Enix and you got that question of, you got the answer of, is not on our side, is on Sony side, then your next bet is to call Sony instead of making the new account. If you call Sony and told them the problem, they probably would have got it fixed right away. I don't know the customer service problem. That's why I don't deal with Sony. But these sound like problems that PC will have in the situation too. And you know how we deal with it? We just call. We call, tell them what happened, and 9 times out of 10, they'll fix it. Bing, bam, boom. We don't have to talk about it.
they was giving the same answer, talking about, "I'm sorry, but we can't fix this problem." I'm like, "What?" And I started want to get.
You
I
you
started
still
want.
you still want to go check what the gamers,
Right.
the game.
So if you call Square Enix and they can't fix the problem, why did you not call Sony? Let's go to the crash out. Okay, I just went to the crash out because that whole entire conversation not only disproven that console is simpler, but they'll go ahead and do the research on how to fix the problem on consoles over PC, meaning they don't believe in what they talk about. And I can't believe that happened, but we're going to watch this crash out. And JTech, I don't care what you say, you cannot bring up consoles easier. You cannot bring up console optimized. You can't bring up, you don't have any problems on consoles because right in that whole entire conversation, game over. You just proven to me that the PC is a better platform.
Staying away from something. I'm staying away from something for a very.
Oh, geez, I got to go back.
The game is going day and date to PC, and the game is also being marketed on PC with NVIDIA, with GeForce ray tracing and what is it? Frame generation, which means they basically have fake frames to make it look like it's a shitload of frames.
I want to keep it real. Okay, I just went to this part. So I want to keep it real. I hate the frame generation argument because we got PC hardware. The hardware should run its native frames. I don't see a lot of people liking DLSS or FSR or even XESS from Intel. I hate the frame generation as well. I don't even turn it on my GPU. So that argument right there is done. Number 2, just because it's marketing doesn't mean it's just going to work on that platform. I don't have a NVIDIA graphics card. I have AMD. My whole entire hardware is AMD. This game going to run on my PC. It's not as far as marketing with GeForce and all that stuff. I don't even like NVIDIA like that at all. They do some scummy practices. They use an AI. They shut down creators because they want to look good. I don't support Nvidia at all. I haven't bought a graphics card. The only time I bought a graphics card was from Asus and it's Demon Slayer, and that's my sister build the Demon Slayer PC. I don't care about that, but the frame generation is dumb. I'm always going to keep that 100% real.
So this one goes all the way up to 506 frames. And again, when a PC fan sees that, their fucking heart get elevated and they get all fucking happy and shit.
Oh no, if it's frame generation, is dumb. I'd rather just let my graphics card do its own job. I don't even play at frame gen. Even when I stream, I don't play at frame gen. I even show people, hey, I turn off frame generation, XX, FSR. I turn that off. I don't like the the frame generation, and I'm telling you this right now, I hate it.
And again, at the end of the day, this developer is PC centric.
I don't
I'm
trust
not
this
going
guy's
to
team.
continue to warn you guys every time I see shit like this. You guys are gamers. You should know the tall tale signs.
You say gamers, but you're more fanboys than gamers. A gamer would not care if this game go to PC. They would not care if this game go to PC. You care, making you a fanboy. Does that mean you don't play games? No, that doesn't. You just rather just go and you just go and protect this corporation that don't give two fucks about you. Probably don't even know you exist. You'll go too much for these companies. And that's one thing a lot of people are trying to tell you. When people play games on other platforms and the game go to a different platform, they do not care. That's what a real gamer is. They don't care if it goes to PC. They don't care if it goes to PlayStation. They don't care if it goes to Nintendo or Microsoft. As long as people play the game, that's all they care about. You, sir, are more of a fanboy. Even though you play games, you're more of a fanboy than the gamer. Because a gamer would not care if this game go to a different platform. You're the fanboy. And real gamers don't care if this game go to a different platform. Let's get it correct.
You should know when something doesn't look right. You should know when something looks too good to be true. You know, if your boy is staying away from it, and I'm talking about myself, if I'm staying away from something, I'm staying away from something for a very good fucking reason.
Look, I'm good. I'm with you on speak with your wallet. Stay away from something like Nvidia. I stay away from Nikes. I stay away from because I bust my ankle in Nikes before, and then I'm like, oh no. When I wear Adidas playing basketball or any other shoes, I never broke my ankle. I never bust my ankle. But every time I wear Nikes, I bust my ankle. So therefore, I don't buy Nikes no matter what. But the thing about it is, this game going to PC is wonderful. I'm always good for the consumer. You think stuff is good for the company. That's the difference between you and I, JTech. We think alike when it comes down to stay away for something that you stand up for. But here's the difference. I'm for the consumer. You're for the company. If the company got a game that could sell 50 million copies, you love that. But to me, the game could have went to PC as well, so you could sell more copies. That's more pro-consumer to everybody. Could have went to different platforms. You is more like, no, it needs to stay with the company so it can sell more. So it can sell more consoles. That's the difference between you and I, JTech. You're for the company. I am for the consumer. If this game going to different places, I'm going to say this game looked great. It's not only just on PlayStation, but it's also on PC. So if you want to go ahead and get on PC or PlayStation, this developer will love for you to pick it up. Doesn't matter if you're on PlayStation, doesn't matter if you're on PC. You, on the other hand, since it's not a PC game, do not buy it. Me, I think the Nintendo Switch is anti-consumerism, don't care about you as a customer, so therefore, don't buy it. You, on the other hand, will be like, oh, you only could play Mario Kart Worlds for it, so therefore, you should buy it and give the company more money. That's the difference. You think about the corporation that don't care about you. Me, I think about the consumer, and some of the people who trying to consume it will look at me and say, "You're right. Thank you for telling me." That's the difference between you as a company writer and me as a pro consumer. You may not like that, but that's what it is. You cape for the company. I cape for the consumer.
We all are against day and date. But
You're against day and date. I'm not.
you guys are so desperate.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too, man.
Yeah, but listen, let me finish talking. We are against day and date, but PlayStation gamers have been very desperate for some fucking W. We've already won. Why are you desperate for a W? You guys are looking at Law Suicide like, oh, it's gonna deliver us a W. Nigga, that shit is day and date on PC. That goes against everything you believe in.
So let me get this straight. A game that look like a good hack and slash. I don't know if it's going to be good or not. I don't know. I haven't done any research on it. But just because it doesn't come to your precious plastic box is not good. You're going to boycott that. Let me tell you something, JTech, and you're probably not going to like this. The Nintendo Switch is super anti-consumerism. You don't own it. They could brick it if you say a naughty word or do any modification onto it, and they think it's going to be harmful to the company. Yeah, I understand people want to. No, it's already been out there. Giving you game key cards. Yeah, there's not all game key cards, but Nintendo implied it that they're going to have game key cards. Raising prices to $80 for digital, $90 for physical. Oh, it's not going to be all games, but Nintendo implied it. All the bad press that Nintendo have, I'm going to say this is anti-consumerism. Don't buy it. But you're saying it's a good thing, so you should buy it. Do you see the difference? You're telling people to not buy a game because it's not on PlayStation. It's day and date. You could actually destroy this developer for telling them that. That's why I'm so happy it's going on PC as well. Because I'm going to say this. The game looked interesting. If you want to buy it, you can. Okay? It's your choice. I'm not going to be mad at you if you don't buy it or if you do buy it. But if you're interested in it, you should go ahead.
I'm confused. Do you guys want all PlayStation games to be day and date or not?
Who cares? Are they going to stop you from playing the game by saying since it's on PC you can't play it? No, just get it.
Like, bro, they literally are fucking testing you. And a lot of you guys are about to fail the fucking test.
If somebody want to buy the game, I'm not going to stop them. I don't stop people from buying the Nintendo Switch, but I tell them, hey, don't buy it. I'm not going to be mad at people for buying the Nintendo Switch. Let them buy the Nintendo Switch too. But I told them my viewpoint on it. It's not worth it. It's anti-consumerism. You don't own it. But if they want to buy it, let them buy it. But I'm not going to stop them from not buying it. It doesn't make me mad. If they want to buy it, go for it.
Yep.
This game is literally being marketed for PC underneath your nose. 2 months.
Jeez, it's for PlayStation and PC. Who cares? Quit crying.
Ago. This video's from 1 year ago. It's literally being marketed as a fucking showpiece for PC.
I don't care. If it comes out and I hear from people, I'll buy it. But this game been in development since 2014, like you said. It's been over 11 years. The market got increasingly expensive. How many copies is going to sell on PlayStation? Oh, it's on PlayStation. People going to buy it. Dude, there's over 70 million copies of PlayStations out there. What are they playing? They're playing Madden. They're playing 2K. They're playing Call of Duty and Fortnite. Do you think that they're going to buy this game? No, so let them make more money on another platform, let it release day and date, and they can make more money. It's simple business. Because guess what? You're not going to support them. Because guess what? $80 is not enough money for someone who put in millions.
You guys are fucking falling for the biggest fucking bait and switch ever. You want to know why it's taking so long? Because they want to make sure the PC version as good as possible.
Because games are coming out buggy, coming out destroyed. And PC players, even console players, is saying they're getting sick and tired of games releasing buggy. We just want a game so we could go ahead and play.
And then also launch it day and date. We are going to get the shit into the stick.
You don't pay for YouTube Premium? I got YouTube Premium, and you don't pay for YouTube Premium?
Land in the real world.
Fucking advertisement.
Yeah, pay for YouTube Premium. There's no excuse. I make content on here now and then, and I pay for YouTube Premium because I don't want the commercials or advertisement. And I could save videos so I could watch it later. There's a benefit. It's only like what, $12, or maybe you have an iPhone because you like anti-consumerism and had to pay the $15. Don't even know you could go to YouTube on your PlayStation or even on the web browser and say, I just rather pay for YouTube Premium for there.
Crazy, man. That shit's crazy.
I mean, I can't understand how y'all didn't see this shit. I knew about this for a couple fucking months now. I saw the fucking trailer like months ago on my feed, but I didn't pay attention to it. I think it was like 3 weeks ago I saw this shit, and I was like, yeah, that's probably why I didn't like it. And that's exactly what I told myself. I was like, man, I knew I was fucking right about something.
You know, I was just praying yesterday about Sony should go back to their old ways, man.
Hey, I'm right there with you. I'm always with you. Every day, every minute, every second, every week, every month, every year. I am on.
So you don't like innovation. You don't like involvement. You don't like any of that. You don't like when it comes down to that. Okay, here's the thing, JTech. Number one, the game looked good. It looked good in my opinion. I might buy it. I might buy it. Another thing, JTech. Do you think the same thing that you do over and over again is going to work? PlayStation, yes, they came in. They help out with the industry as making games $50, so it won't be like $80+. They brought in the compact disc because they own the rights with Philips. They make the console because check this out. Just because the PlayStation 2 sold over 150 million consoles, it wasn't just for gaming, it's for entertainment. That's why it was called the Sony Entertainment System. You want Sony to stay in the past, but you can see where people now don't care about the past. You can't keep on making Sears moves and thinking that it's going to continue being a profitable thing. When Sears, it's like this. Sears was one of the biggest department stores of all time, but they didn't move with the internet. They still did deliver catalog stuff like that, and then you order stuff from there. They didn't connect to the internet like they supposed to. And you know what happened? They went bankrupt and out of business. Because they kept on doing the same thing over and over again. and then adapt to it. Look at Yahoo. Yahoo tried to do the same thing, but they didn't buy like Google, stuff like that, and then they end up crashing down. They still exist, but people don't use Yahoo like that. But they could have made more money if they adapted. Same thing with Blockbuster. They could have got the rights to Netflix, but they say no, we're going to stick with rentals. And guess what happened? Where do you see a Blockbuster video? Stuff evolve, technology evolve, and business practices evolve. If Sony don't evolve like Microsoft and Steam and all these people are evolving, Sony might be no more, and that will be hurtful for competition in the future. So if they keep games on the platform, like on one platform, think about a person who's trying to buy a platform. They're like, the PlayStation, let's bring the PlayStation 6 in this situation. Oh, we got the PlayStation 6 at $1,000. Oh, that might be too expensive. What am I getting with $1,000? Well, you're getting Sony PlayStation first party titles, but they're all story-based games. I want to play multiplayer games. Well, we got those too, but it looked like it runs better on a PC. So what's the point of me buying this for first party games? It looked like it's not offering me a lot of things. I don't think, now gamers, they might buy the PlayStation 6, but regular consumers is probably just going to say, I'd rather take that $1,000 and buy a PC or buy the Microsoft handheld, since it's going to play more games and is more PC like. That's the thing you don't understand. People are moving to more PC and other things that will give you more of bang for your buck. And it's Sony only giving you first party titles. That's like movie based. I don't think a lot of people are going to be attracted to that. A lot of people are starting to move over to multiplayer because they can play with their friends. And if Sony don't change and don't really try to adapt like what Microsoft's doing, they're going to fail. That's how the industry works.
On the same page with you, Brian, but it's not gonna fucking happen. We have too many fucking desperate PlayStation fans that need a W for validation of the purchase of the fucking box.
Who cares?
PlayStation is the greatest game company in the fucking world.
That's more of a opinion based, but bringing out Concord for $400 million end up being failed, shutting down studios, shutting down factions, shutting down Spider-Man Action, Twisted Metal, making games $70, raising prices on all their hardware around the world besides the United States. I'm going to keep it real. Sony is not the greatest gaming company in the world. Right now, AMD look like they're doing it. AMD look like they're the best gaming company in the world. Bringing out CPUs that's gaming focused. One thing I do have to say, they need to bring back the Ryzen 3 for budget gaming, in my opinion. Bring out a graphics card that's like at least no more than $200. Because I think $200 at 8 gigabytes will be amazing. 8 gigabytes of VRAM will be amazing. I think AMD should be doing that. Bring out a graphics card for $200 with 8 gigabytes of VRAM and a CPU, the Ryzen 3, for like $100. That would be amazing too. I think that would be great for budget gaming. Make it like 1080p. That would be amazing. To be honest, PlayStation, kind of trash. I don't like first-person action-adventure games with stealth elements, and they lost their creativity.
They are already a walking W.
They've been in the walking L's.
You do not need to give up what you are as a PlayStation gamer to support a game that is literally marketing itself as being better on PC right underneath your nose, forcing a fucking delay, literally forcing a delay, and you're still gonna be like, oh man, that's dope, that's dope.
Because the gaming industry evolving in front of your eyes. You're acting like this old man where you're like, oh, I don't want to like move with the times.
Oh my god, look at that, that's dope. Nigga, we're not getting those frames.
So ask Sony why you're not getting 120 frames a second. How come you're not getting 8K? They say on their box. But hey, this is what the PC giving you. Just because it's on the PlayStation doesn't mean that PC should get hit by it. That's why I always say digital games should be no more than $40. I'm not paying for a physical copy. Why am I paying physical prices? Life is not fair.
We're not getting that level of detail on
Not my problem.
ray tracing.
Not my problem.
Shit, I haven't even seen a spec video like this for PlayStation 5.
Not my problem.
It's always been a day and date on PC. They've been telling us this in certain ways.
If you want to cry, get offline and just go to your bed with your teddy bear and cry.
Now I want y'all to understand, this is an official NVIDIA GeForce video showing off ray tracing and frame generations. But at the beginning of the video and at the end of the video, what do you see? The official PlayStation logo.
So? Dude, I don't care about the marketing. If it comes out, I either get it or not. I don't care about the marketing.
So not only is this game promoting itself on PC, it is a PlayStation published game promoting itself on PC. It is.
So, grass is green, sky is blue, the sun is very, very hot with plasma. What's your point? The globe, the world is a spherical globe. Tell us something that we don't know.
The first PlayStation published fucking single player game.
I thought that was Horizon, but I guess you want to talk about the newest. That's not a remake. Okay.
To go day and date. If you buy this game, you fail the test. Do
What tests?
not get mad at me. Don't come back and say, oh my god, Jay, I was right with... Nigga, don't fucking say that dumbass shit.
You crashing out because if somebody bought this, you know what? I'm gonna be that one dude, and I'm gonna buy it, and I was like, "Oh, JayTech, you should buy it. It's a great game. Ooh, I'm playing it right now. I'm going to put that on Twitter because it's gonna piss you off. I'm gonna post it up so many times and post it on Twitter." And say, "Hey, JayTech, guess what I'm playing? You missing out." You're missing out, JayTech. It's a great game. You see all the hack and slash in 4K at 127, 136. Hold on. Let me do something that you don't know. Oh, I could drop the quality down. Get more frames. Can you do that, Jay? Oh.
If you are not with me right now, you are not with me in the future when shit is the fucking fan.
Congratulations, you've proven to my point that you're a cult. You're a cult. He got cult mindset behavior. Think about it. He said something. I love you. I love everyone here. But if you buy this game, fuck you. He got cult mind behavior. Think about it. any cult like Scientologists and stuff like that, they will love you, but then when you do stuff that look kind of sus, they'll hate you. Like, it's real cult behavior.
I'm letting you guys know right fucking now. If you fail this fucking test and the other major first party games go over, it is on you. 5 years ago, we had a
Putting the blames on other people, because if they buy it, the game's gonna go day and day. Yeah, he putting blames on other people. Very cult behavior. Very cult behavior. Very, very cult behavior.
fucking test. Hold on, Brian. 5 years ago, we had a fucking test, and a lot of y'all motherfuckers failed. And a lot of my... Huh?
That's a Jay in his bag.
I'm in my fucking bag.
What bag? The bag of 25 cents Doritos? There's no bags. He's really crashing out. He looked like a kid. If I showed this to any people who play on PlayStation that are not PlayStation fans, like they just buy PlayStation, they're gonna look at him like, you're a child, my guy. Who cares about that? Just play the game. They're gonna look at him like he's a spoiled little brat, entitled, all that stuff. And he's like, this is what a fanboy is? No, thank you. I might as well either switch to PC or Xbox. This is the video where people will switch. I guarantee it.
And a lot of PlayStation Legion gamers, our brothers, our sisters, they were like, nah, man, it's all right. Let them put it on PC. They got to make that extra money, and we're going to get a lot of games.
Exactly. Make the extra money. Why are you getting mad at people making money?
What we got in the last 5 years, we got more cancellations than new IPs.
Yeah, why is that? Why is that? I think it's because of what Sony been doing with Concord and all the choices that Sony made. I mean, $400 million on Concord have to be part of it, because that's an insane price for a game that only lasts for like 10 days. You can't put this blame on everybody else. This is Sony problem. They funded games that should have been funded.
That's what we got. From Sony fucking around with PC, we got more cancellation than new IPs. Now they're giving us a new test.
No, they gave y'all a new IP. Concord was a new IP. Is this nobody didn't like it? I agree. Companies should be making new IPs. Come up with something new. Come up with something that's interesting. But you got to understand, a lot of people is starting to look at Concord and look how horrible it fell with all that money. I don't think a lot of people want to put a lot of money into that game. That's why a lot of indie games is becoming a lot more popular, because they put more sweat and tears and love into a game. Like Lost Soul Aside looked like they put a lot of love and tears and sweat into it. And honestly, I'm want to try it out. Not just to kind of piss you off, because I want to make sure you get pissed off, but it looked like a fun game. Hack and slash, stuff like that. I haven't played a good hack and slash in the moment, and I would love to try it on stream.
Yes.
And I would name it, Jay, check it out. It's a game that you hate. Look how much fun I have it.
5 years have went by. They're giving us a new test. You know what the next test is? Day and date.
Okay.
Again, let me play the trailer for you again.
You don't have to play it. You played it twice.
Again, you see the PlayStation logo pop up in the beginning, and you go.
The one thing I'm going to say is they didn't have to put like a lot of reflections in it. I mean, I don't really care, but it is a PlayStation title, so people that play on PlayStation like visuals. My graphics card can handle it.
See the PlayStation logo at the end. This is the first PlayStation published day and date single player AAA exclusive.
Who
That
cares?
is actually focused on PC.
Exactly. If you buy the game, you're telling Sony with your wallet, we want day and date. We're okay.
That's not true. I mean, I want day and date, but that's not true. If you're giving the money to this company, they probably want to bring out another game, because think about this. If they make more money I mean, if they make a lot of money from this, a sequel could come out, and that's a good thing.
Okay, with day and date.
I didn't buy it.
It's not out yet.
I'm not telling niggas to buy the game or not. I'm letting you know that this is a fucking test. You're either gonna pass it or fail. I know a lot of y'all gonna look at this gameplay. You're like, oh my god, the gameplay's good. Oh my god, look at the graphics, that's good.
I gotta try the game when it comes out before I give my full look on it. But I really want to spite JTech and make a stream about it.
That's enough for a lot of you guys to casually give your money to a company on a casual level of thinking, right? Yes, no disrespect to you, but that does make you a casual gamer. If you look at a fucking game,
Dude, do not say casual gamer after that Doom gameplay, man. Dude, you're a casual gamer. You are a casual gamer. Yes, you're a gamer, but you're a casual gamer because multiplayer games, you're trash. I haven't saw you play that one game on there, but I heard you were pretty good at it. That's one game out of how many? Dude, you are pretty much a casual like people who play Madden, 2K, and Madden 2K and Call of Duty. Now, don't get me wrong. Is there people out there that's actually really good at it? Yes, and they're not casuals because they do grind at it and everything. But no, you're a very casual game. All the PlayStation games you play are casuals, dude. You play third-person action adventure games with stealth element. There's no professional game there. It's basically a movie. Let's keep it real. It's basically a movie. Are you going to a competition with God of War? No. Are you going to a competition when it comes down to Last of Us? No. Horizon? No. Dude, you're much of a casual than those other casual players. Doesn't mean you don't play games, but you mostly a casual.
and it's first person shooter, and the gun looks good, and you like the violence, and the game has blood, and that's enough to attract you, and all of that combined is enough to give you the thought that like, oh, this is a good game, let me give them my money. You're casual. If you're that easily persuaded, you're casual.
I want to see him play League of Legends, see how good he is if he's not casual. I want to see him play League of Legends, Counter-Strike. Oh, he don't play PC, so he's casual. That doesn't mean people that don't play on PCs are not casuals, but I want to see him do it. Now, I'm going to keep it real. I'm a casual. I'm going to keep it 100% real. I'm a casual. I do play competitive games now and then, but I'm not going to say I'm great at it. But I'm a casual. But when it comes down to card games, I'm above casual. I actually play competitive. I actually came in third place in Cardfight Vanguard on a team. But at the same time, video games, I'm casual. But when it comes down to card games, I'm more on a professional type of level.
It's a lot more casual gamers than you guys really think. Really, it's a lot of them. Ones that are easily persuaded by just the simplest of things.
Dude, you play Horizon, you play Last of Us, you play God of War, and you're persuaded by beautiful graphics. Quote, quote, beautiful graphics. Dude, you're a casual.
First person blood, bam, that's enough. Good graphics.
So, third person action adventure games, stealth elements, God of War, Forspoken, stuff like that. I mean,
Open world, bam, that's enough.
isn't that what you do?
Flashy action, bam, that's enough.
That's what you play.
Sadly, yeah.
You kind of forget the other things.
And then your Doom gameplay was completely trash. I should know. I do play Doom now and then, but I'm not the greatest at it. But if your gameplay is like mine's during Doom, then you're a casual.
Need to look at like, who is this developer? You know, is this game on another platform? If I buy this game, does my wallet give a certain message to the company that I don't want them to go down a certain road?
So you don't care about the developers. There go the support the developer argument.
You know, Does this game support microtransaction? Me buying the game, does it
I don't think this game is going to support it.
give credence to these developers to continue to add microtransactions? Like, there's a lot that you have to think about. And yeah, a lot of gamers are casual that buy games now because they don't want to think about anything.
Or maybe $70 to $80 games are too expensive that they don't mind dropping $20 a month to just play Game Pass, or $20 a month on microtransaction because games are too freaking expensive. Have you ever thought about that? $70 to $80 games are actually destroying the industry. Nobody don't have $70 to $80 game. Even in this argument right here, you said you're spending too much money on games. Don't you think that's the problem? Good thing I recorded that at the beginning, because you just debunked yourself in this whole entire video. The reason why a lot of people is going towards battle passes and stuff like that and free to play games is because games are too expensive. If the company stopped putting millions of dollars into a game and actually put in less money and put more thought into the work that they put in, don't you think they're going to make more money when it comes down the line? A game should not cost 300 million, 400 million, 200 million. It's just a game. Make a game that is fun, make a game that is thoughtful, and it will last a lot longer. And make the game $30 to $40 for digital, $50 to $60 for physical.
That I just talked about. You could buy a lot of games and you could have been a gamer for many years and you could still be fucking casual.
Just like you're a casual. When people played against you in Call of Duty and stuff, you're not that good, my guy. I'm not good at Call of Duty. I'm going to keep it real. You're a casual. But I think this is it with the video. This video been going on for a little bit longer. So I'm sorry, everybody. But I hope everybody enjoyed themselves with this video. I know it's a little bit long, so I do apologize. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. And remember, everybody's human. My name's Sendo Q. You have yourself a great day. Peace.